Guys, so Miley and I are out here with Nutmeg today, and we are going to show you what our milking routine is like and how we milk her. Okay, so first of all, before we get started, I'd like to show you my milking tote that I bring out every day. And I have a pitcher of ice water that I put the milk into once I get done. And I have the jars to collect the milk in, and some wipes, and a hovel. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to send the pan with Miley to get some grain. While Miley's getting the grain, I'm going to go ahead and put the hovels on Nutmeg. Now these hovels are soft, and a lot of people are against using them, but I have found they're kind of just a little bit necessary because Nutmeg will stand great while she's eating. But then once she's done eating, if I still have to milk her some more, she'll start kicking and stomping and stuff like that. So I put these on loosely on her leg. I don't put them on tight or anything like that. And it just kind of helps to let her know that she shouldn't stomp or kick. Next, I will take the wipes and I'll wipe her down. I usually just use a damp paper towel. Okay. Once I get them wiped down good, I squeeze a little out to get the bacteria and the dirt out. And then I will wipe them down again. So now Miley's back with the grain, and she's going to go ahead and give the grain to Nutmeg while I start to milk. Now I do have a stainless steel milking pail that I use, or I used to use, but I found that it's a lot easier to just go ahead and milk straight into the jar. For one, I like it because the jar has a smaller opening so less debris fall in there, and for the other it just saves a step because I would bring the milk pail out here, and then I would have to transfer the milk into the jar to put into the pitcher to cool down, and I just find it easier to go ahead and milk into a jar. When I use the milking pail, I usually would sit behind her and milk both sides at the same time. But my hands would get tired, so I find that even just doing this one-handed like this, I can alternate between my hands and I can still milk in pretty much the same time. Usually by the end of the season, though, my hands have built up a good endurance to be able to milk without having to take a break. Okay, so this jar is full, and normally I would just put the lid on this jar and be done because this is pretty much enough milk for us. But since we are bottle feeding a baby, I bring out an extra jar and go ahead and get a little extra milk. I am done milking now, and I will go ahead and put the lid on this one, and I don't have enough space to cool it down, but since I'm going to be feeding this to our bottle baby, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just probably throw it in the fridge just like this, and it'll be his next feeding. It's very important that you ice down the milk as soon as possible because it helps to make the milk taste a lot better, because if you don't, it kind of gets a wang.
A goat wang.
Yeah, a goat wang. And so we've just discovered that, you know, when you ice it down, it makes it taste a whole lot better. Now a lot of people will strain it first and then ice it down, but since we're out at the barn and the house is all the way up there, it just takes too long to transport the milk up there and get it cooling down. And normally when I do this, I will just let it sit in the ice like this, and then I will go ahead and do my chores and everything else and then take it up to the house. And by the time I get up there, it's usually cooled down really well. Okay, as far as my routine goes, I do things just a little bit differently because I do leave her kids on her throughout the whole season. So that way I don't have to milk every day. I usually milk just Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And what I will do is I will separate her from her kids the night before, and then the next morning I will milk her and then put her out with her kids. And then just whenever we need milk, I will always just separate her the night before and turn her out. But right now, since we have our bottle baby that we're feeding, I've been having to milk every single day. And I will probably continue that until probably the end of June or so, when he's old enough to be weaned. And then I will just go back to just milking whenever we need the milk. It's kind of time consuming, and I just get a little bit burnout milking all the time because I've done that in the past. And then we end up with a whole lot of milk. She's ready to get off the milky stand. Basically, we end up with a whole lot of milk that we don't drink, and it's just better just to take what we need. Anyway, I guess I will get her off the stand and get her out to the pasture. Miley can open the gate. Or you want to open the gate? Of course, her babies are happy to see her. Now you stay here. Okay, just open it. There we go. Oh gosh.
Sugar.
Sugar seems to think she needs to go too. Okay. Babies are getting their breakfast. Once we get back in the house, it's time to strain the milk. I use these filters right here, and they are a 6.5 inch round one. They look like this. And then I take a strainer like this, and they fit right down in there really good. I push them down in the middle and kind of fold them over like that. And then they fit right in there really nicely. Okay. And take your milk. As you can see, the milk level is down quite a bit, and the reason for that is it ends up getting a lot of foam in there in the top. That's why I usually take a second jar out there to finish getting the half gallon. So anyway, you just take it and just carefully pour. Usually comes out in a whole bunch of streams, so you gotta make sure that you hold it just so over the jar so you don't make a mess. Okay, and then once I'm done, I put a clean lid on it, and it's ready to go in the fridge. Well, milking is done for today, and that pretty much sums up what my milking routine is like. Thanks for watching.
Whoa.
Shut that hen. Now that hen over there, just shut her up. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
And I'm also have an extra one that I collect a little extra milk for because we are milking a bottle baby right now. Milking a bottle baby right now. Let's start over.